Hi, and welcome to our first practice. Now, when we're starting out in this amazing process to deepen our truth about our relationships, to empower ourselves as individuals in a romantic relationship, and to help our relationship really build with love and respect and emotional closeness and physical intimacy and kindness and fun and all that good stuff, right? That we all want for our loving relationships. It's really good to start off with having a direction that you want to go. As an individual, I really believe that you have a map or an inner path that you're on in your relationship journey. We all have a past with relationship. We all have certain hurts and wounds and traumas that have happened in our life, and maybe even in this relationship that you're in now. So knowing that, we're going to respect that. We're always going to be very, very kind to ourselves regarding that and work where we are at as individuals and where we're at as a couple, of course, if you're doing this with your partner. So, with that in mind, we want to create a personalized path map that we can go on this journey of improving our relationship skills, our habits together as a couple, our habits in relationship as an individual. So, today's habit that we will be really working on is this kind of planning habit, this ability to set a goal, to notice where it is that our intentions are taking us, and to ask ourselves some questions to kind of deepen this work we're doing to become more awake and empowered and loving in our relationships. So let's start with a little practice that I really think helps us kind of enter our body and into our presence before we go into the planning phase of today. So let's just take a moment to breathe and connect with ourselves. And as you breathe, and just let your breath be natural, however it feels good to breathe in and to breathe out. And just say hello to your body. Say hello. Say hello to that inner landscape. And notice what you notice. Does your attention go to a certain place in the body and say hello to that place? And here you're learning to bring your kindness, your curiosity. So as you breathe and you feel, you're also really empowering a connection with your physical sensations, with your emotional knowing. And it can just sound like, oh, hello, shoulders. Oh, I didn't know my shoulders felt this way. Or hello, stomach. So just saying hello to yourself on the inside and being curious as you breathe and you feel. Okay, perfect. So just a minute or two of that helps us be in a state of connection, kindness, inner curiosity, and maybe a little calmer. Our nervous system slows down. We start to receive information in a different way. If we were nervous about doing this relationship kind of work, hopefully we're feeling a little more relaxed. I know I am. As soon as I go inside, it's like, oh, okay. I get to sync up with my body. It's as though this mind and thoughts need to intentionally go in and connect. So I hope you feel that too. So now let's just take a little look at some of our intentions. Are there thoughts that you have about your relationship? And just take out your journal, whether that's a paper journal or you're using a Word doc, and open that up and just ask yourself, what are my thoughts about my relationship? Any thoughts come to you, just note them down, whatever those thoughts are. And if it helps you to close your eyes and breathe, and just notice the thoughts you have might be wishes, they might be observations, they might be questions, concerns, and they're very valid. So I want you to take this time to really validate yourself. And this journal is for you. You can choose to share some parts of it with your partner, or you can choose not to. That's going to be a very personal choice. Okay. Now, are there any thoughts about yourself in relationship you want to note down? Like, I could work on telling my partner when I'm tired so that he knows I'm not rejecting him and I'm able to verbalize to him that I'm just tired and I need to rest now. That would be a thought, maybe, but obviously a thought I have because I just shared it out loud. So anything like that come to you. And you can pause the video and write it down. And what about any thoughts you have about your partner? Observations, questions, concerns, wishes? Give yourself a moment, pause the recorder, the video, and write down any thoughts about your partner that you want to just empower yourself by giving yourself that ability to write down those thoughts. They matter. Now let's look at feelings, how we want to feel. If you were to just sort of hold, let's symbolically kind of hold our relationship in our hands and ask, how do I want to feel in this relationship? And this might not be a way you want to feel all the time, but something might come to you like, oh, I want to feel more joyful, or I want to feel more relaxed, or I want to feel more excited, or I want to feel more safe. I want to feel more trust, or I want to feel more respect. Whatever it is, take your time now to write that down, how I want to feel. And again, pause the video and write down how I want to feel. There might be a lot of feelings that you want to have, or you might recognize, oh, I don't know. Wow, I don't know. And that's okay too. Just let yourself be very honest as you get curious about how you want to feel. So now we're going to look at the things we do together as a couple. And remember, this is the path building, the planning. So what we do together as a couple. Do you have some ideas, some visions, some wishes about what you do together? Write those down. Now, what we do together might be we eat dinner together. It might be we take a walk together. It might be we have intimate time at this time of day or week or whatever it is. It might be we start a hobby together. We do some cleaning together, or we work on this project, we're creative together. Whatever it is for you, something we do together that you want to get down and highlight as part of this path of empowering your love together. So pause the video and write down what we do together. Now let's look at how we act when we're together. How do we act? What comes to you? What would you like? Do you want to act more kindly? Do you want to act with more consideration? Do you want them to act in a certain way? Acts are behaviors, right? We can very intentionally, once we know how we want to behave or act, we can learn skills to empower that, to give ourselves resources. So, how do you want to act more often in your relationship? This is not pretend. I don't mean acting as in pretending. I mean, as in how I want to be So it might be, I want to be more present. It might be, I want to be more curious. It might be, I want to physically be there more often, or I want to act in a way that shows my blank, fill it in. What does that mean to you? So stop the video and write down about this. I know you're doing a lot of planning here, so take some time to breathe as you do this. And now we're going to look at, is there some kind of, in what you've already created, do you see some kind of way that you are co-creating this relationship now? Do any simple words come to you of what you are building together? This could be kind of our life joining more fully, us being happier. Just notice what comes as this co-creation together. And now once you've got the co-creation together, what you're creating together, now is there anything that you personally wish to release that will help you in the way you behave, in the way you feel, in the way you create together? Is there anything you wish to release? And again, this will be very personal. This is not about them. This is not about the other person. This is about you. Anything you wish to release, let go of, disintegrate, just set that intention. What is it for you? We all have things we want to release. It could be jealousy. It could be resentment. It could be criticism. What do you wish to release? So just write down a few words. Now, what do you want to empower? What do you want to empower? So this might be already there in your notes in what we do together or how we act or how we feel. So just notice that I'm empowering that, whatever it is. I'm empowering my joy. I'm empowering my presence. I'm empowering my work ethic as a couple, whatever it is. What do you want to empower in yourself and in the relationship? What do you want to empower? And are there any insights that you want to have? So don't forget, you can always stop this and take more notes. But now we're moving on to the insight piece. So if you need to work on empower for a while, go ahead and pause the recording. Insights are like realizations that come to one about oneself, about maybe a pattern of communication or the way you act together. Do you know of any kind of insights that you're looking for? So sometimes we know and sometimes we don't know. It helps sometimes even just to set the intention that I want to have insights. I want to have knowing. I want to have realizations. So one might want to have realizations about communication, or one might want to have realizations about physical touch, or one might want to have realizations about um, daily routine, or it might be an insight about our ancestry, like how do my parents past play out now in my relationship. I want to have an insight about that, or I want to have an insight about my own wounds as I empower this relationship. So just know, are there any knowings, insights, awarenesses that you're keen to discover more about, or just a general, like, yeah, I want to have more insights. I want to have more wisdom. I want to have more knowing. Own that. Own that and feel that in your body. Now let's just take a moment now. You did a lot of planning. Great job. And your only homework is to read this. Read this to yourself this week, maybe 2 times. Read it and take in your courage and your beautiful mind and heart and body that went into creating this path guide for yourself. Okay. Now, let's just take a moment to end our time together today with some breathing again. And as you breathe, just feel your heart. Maybe put your hand on your heart and breathe and connect with your own heart, with your own rhythm. And if you're next to your partner, or if you want to just bring thoughts of your partner to your heart and notice your beautiful inner rhythm as you breathe and connect to the heart space, either thinking or imagining, sensing through a feeling, something about your partner. It might be their eyes, their voice, something you've done together. And you're just very naturally bringing your partner a little closer to your heart space, bringing a connection with them between your two hearts. And you can do this anytime, just to bring that deepening of heart awareness and connection between you and them. You can do this alone. You can do this together. You can do this eye gazing if you wish. That would be the more advanced level. All right. Thank you. Thank you for doing this for yourself, for your relationship. And I'm really honored to be on this path with you. And I look forward to our next time together. Be well.